SpongeBob, the little yellow dude in square pants, has been running for decades and is one of the fan-favorite shows. The first episode aired in 1999. SpongeBob, with his friend Patrick, a starfish, Mr. Krabs, a crab, and his neighbor cum co-worker, Squidward, leads an adventurous life under the sea and gets stuck in funny situations. The existence of the internet is questionable if there are no fan theories about a show, and SpongeBob is no exception. From its creation to the character's past, we have many theories, thanks to the contribution of the internet, and to be specific, Reddit. Today, we are discussing one of the wildest and dark fan theories related to the evolution of the Bikini Bottom. So, stay with us till the end. What if I tell you that the Bikini Bottom is about an actual place? All the evolved characters, like SpongeBob and Mr. Crab, live in Bikini Bottom. It is a city at the bottom of the sea. Nickelodeon's program summary confirmed that Bikini Bottom is located in the Pacific Ocean, beneath Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands. In the episode The Good Krabby Name, you can see that Bikini Bottom has an estimated population of 500. There are many episodes where there are cities with smaller and larger populations. In an episode called Nautical Novice, Mrs. Puff, SpongeBob's boat teacher, states that Bikini Bottom was home to millions of people. The city was historically recognized by the name Bikini Bottomshire, Bikini Gulch, and Deadeye Gulch. The city would be regarded as a monarchy because it had a mayor and the royal family of Neptune. Bikini Bottom is depicted as a clean city, littering is prohibited, and the character called Squidward has been shown to receive tickets for littering. Some characters were changed to a felony for littering. The problem with the show is showing a considerably high number of automobiles. It might be very smoggy in the city because of all these automobiles. In the educational short, The Endless Summer, you can see that climate changes have affected Bikini Bottom too. This is about Bikini Bottom. Before getting into our theory, it's time for some history lessons. After World War II, the United Nations made the United States the governing body of a vast swath of the Northern Pacific. This includes the Marshall Islands. The United Nations later used the Bikini to test and develop advancements in nuclear weapon technology. There were two places on the islands that were used as test centers. One was Bikini, and the other was Inuitak, which was the west of the Bikini. It is believed that the government has detonated 67 nuclear weapons on these islands. In 1946, the U.S. government removed around 167 people from the Bikini region and relocated them to the island of Rongerik. Rongerik was at the east of the Bikini. These people starved because of inadequate food crops. This incident is a black mark on the U.S. government to this day. But wait, the horrors don't end here. On March 1, 1954, Bravo, a detonation on the Bikini Atoll, created an explosion equivalent to 1,000 Hiroshima explosions. This monitor detonation created a real-life nightmare for the people who were shifted from Bikini and their future generations. These people are now in exile because they cannot go to their native places due to radiation that will be there for thousands of years. The U.S. government doesn't stop here. It returned nearly 200 people of Bikini to their home islands in 1970. Still, it evacuated them again in 1978 because they had ingested more radioactive cesium from the environment than any other known human population. How is this related to SpongeBob? We have the answer. The origin of this theory can be traced back to Reddit. Like most theories, when a user pointed out that the place where SpongeBob lives is called Bikini Bottom because it is at the bottom of Bikini Atoll. Bikini Atoll is a coral reef in the Marshall Islands, with a total of 23 islands. As we said before, most of these islands were used for nuclear testing from 1946 to 1958. The evolution theory suggests that these nuclear explosions have mutated the living beings underwater in this area. This is why they talk, build robots, play instruments, and are so strange. It is also believed that the chipmunks were kept on board Navy vessels during these tests, which is why Sandy Cheeks wears a full protection suit and transforms into a strange and unbelievably strong creature during hibernation. Her name, Sandy Cheek, is widely believed to be about the large amounts of sand created by nuclear explosions. Another wild addition to this theory is that the rock bottom is a crater. This explains why the creatures in rock bottom are stranger than the mutated citizens of Bikini Bottom. There are many theories in the Spongebob fandom about the world under the sea. Many of them are wild and unbelievable, with no trace of evidence. But the evolution theory is one of the closest to being true, with substantial proof. It has been confirmed that Bikini Bottom is indeed located beneath Bikini Atoll. This means a part of the conspiracy is true. One of the tests conducted on Bikini Island was conducted underwater. This test has been photographed. Every explosion in the series is in the same shape. That has to say something. A fish talking and being so smart happens in the Bikini Bottom, or that's how the SpongeBob world works. In the Season 10 episode, 10 Feral Friends, you can understand the dynamics of how the SpongeBob world works. In this episode, a green moon appears, and it transforms all the characters into real-life versions of them, which are less cartoon-like beings. Like real-life sea-living beings, they can't talk and try to eat each other. A French narrator watched all this unfold and said a very important line. He says, "I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day. It is called Neptune's moon. Every 100 years, it de-evolves everyone in the Bikini Bottom into primal fish." This line suggests that the creatures of Bikini Bottom are more evolved than primal fish. This doesn't mean that evolution is a phenomenon only in the Bikini Bottom. It can happen worldwide. Fans also found a clip on DVD where humans study creatures at Bikini Bottom because of their intelligence. This makes it sound like the evolution was unique to fishes living in the Bikini Bottom, and not a worldwide phenomenon. There is an episode where SpongeBob and Patrick go to a fish store and see realistic fish for the first time. SpongeBob looks terrified, questions why someone would want to keep such a thing in jail, and says they look beautiful. They could swim freely through the water without being affected by gravity. This is a piece of clear evidence that both evolved and primitive fish exist in this universe at the same time. We can sometimes see the Bikini Bottom creatures shown as real beings when they are out of the water, but not when they are in the water. You can see this at the beginning of the third SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. We will never know if this show was created to educate about the consequences of underwater nuclear testing, or if Bikini Atoll was just an inspiration for the town's name and location. Only the Hillenburg Company has the answer to this. The difference between this theory and others is that this theory makes the show more interesting rather than creepy, like other conspiracies. However, many pieces of evidence suggest that this conspiracy theory might be real. The fashion aesthetics of the show is one of them. The fashion aesthetics is mainly based on 1940s fashion. One of the staffers who didn't reveal their name said that it is not in the show's best interest to reveal if the theory is true. We all have to agree that it is more fun to imagine it is true than to know it. If one day the creators decide to address this issue, it would be a great episode, and there is no doubt about that. SpongeBob will indeed live forever if he is radioactively immortal or not. Whether this conspiracy is true or not, it is clear that the Bikini Bottom beings are a huge part of our lives. Their adventures are the source of our entertainment. They have been entertaining us for decades. We as fans love to find more details that support our conspiracies. Let us know in the comments your favorite conspiracy theory about the Spongebob Squarepants world. What evidence do you have to believe them in the comment section? If you like this video, press the like button and share this video with fellow SpongeBob fans. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.